for a lot of you guys, this is going to be an unpopular opinion.
What's up, man?
Another week in the books, man.
I beat you. Beat you to it.
You always beat
you
me,
to
man.
it.
You're fast. You're too fast.
Well, because I know you're going to try and beat me, so I got to be ready, and then I get to see it first. I think I get to see it first over here.
Yeah, you do.
Freaky fast. I'm like Jimmy Johns. They call me Jimmy Johns at work.
That's this guy.
Now they don't call me that at work. That's the last thing they fucking call me at
as
work.
long as they don't call you that in the bed.
Freaky fast.
Well, Paulie, man. Paulie, what a good week, man.
Still young.
Did you guys get some storms? You guys get those nasty storms that went through?
Not as bad as from, let's say, Louisiana to New Jersey, going up that East Coast. Tornado. Florida got hit pretty hard, I've heard.
Yeah.
Tornadoes and rain and flooding and all that. We lucked out. The rain clipped us, so I'm in the thumb right here. So the rain kind of clipped us, right? But then what happened is cold air come from Canada and the wind started shifting and it dumped a bunch of snow on us last night, and it's going to snow for the next couple of days. But no, not that rain, not that stuff that's been going on.
Right on, man.
So we got 10 below zero coming on Monday.
Oh, what? 10 below?
Yeah, dude, with the wind chills and stuff.
What are you in Canada?
That's not even that cold. What are you talking about?
You can have that.
That's what somebody commented. Somebody commented that.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, I guarantee you can say that perfectly. I said, I bet I could.
This freaking guy. Dude, last week was a hit, man. Last week's video.
That was a great show. So if you're tuning in now and you didn't watch that one, definitely stick around for this one, but check that one out. I'm telling you, I keep sharing it on my end. Our buddy over there on Instagram,
Tomas.
He shared it. We talked about it. He actually said that he had talked about it back in July, and it's getting views. It's getting what's going on is it's getting comments, and people have somewhere to go and comment. And what else I noticed that we didn't talk about last week was their Facebook page, and why that stuff is still up and running, I don't know. It's just there. So maybe they forgot about it. So his Instagram's still there. His Facebook's still there. But the new reviews that have hit that Facebook page, there's fresh and new reviews. Yeah, exactly. And I would assume it came from that video, of us putting that thing together. And you got some good news.
I got lots of good news. I always have good news, man. So wait, which good news? I'm pregnant.
Good news.
No.
You got your bank to work with you.
That good news. Yeah.
Yes. So you woke up and all of a sudden you had play money.
So let's catch you up real quick. The whole result of that was that the Crown Mint actually did rip me off, specifically me, for 3 coins, and I wouldn't have even thought about it if it wasn't for Paulie. Paulie was just like in the pre-show while we were just chatting. He was like, "Hey man, just check your bank account." And I'm like, "All right." So I checked my bank account and I saw that there was 1. And I'm like, "Huh." Let me go back later after the show and I'll check the other ones. And yeah, there was 2 more. So it was actually 3 of the Marvel mini heroes, and those were coming in at about 108 each. So it ended up being about 325 that I was out, right? Contacted my bank. I tell you what, sometimes those big banks do you right. Chase did good by me. They refunded me the 325. And I guess maybe they saw that there is a running history of that company screwing people over that happened to bank with Chase. So they're still doing their investigation on their end, but they definitely refunded me.
Dude, talk about freaky fast like we started this off with is
you
were talking 10, maybe 12 days. They'd send you a letter in the mail, and then all of a sudden, bam, you wake up and you got some money to work with.
Yeah, man. I'm happy with that. I already spent it. I'll tell you what.
Oh, shoot. Chicken feed. Had to buy chicken feed.
You don't even know, man. That chicken feed. Just spent like 100 on it.
That's great. That's great news. And that's kind of what we want to talk about. So it's going to sound weird, right? We're going to be talking about that tonight, which this is being recorded on January 10th. By the way, January 10th happens to be my daughter's 13th birthday. Happy birthday, Alina.
Happy birthday, Alina.
So January 10th, 13 years old, teenager. Oof. I don't want to go. I wish I could go back, but not really either. But the teenage years, enjoy them, right?
That's awesome.
So we're going on a Tommy show tonight, which is Wednesday night, 8:30. If you're watching this on Thursday, if you didn't watch Tommy's show on Wednesday,
Go back in time by
later.
one day.
Check that out. There's going to be another person joining us. I'm not too familiar with
Charlie
a
Mack.
lot of names. Yeah, I'm not
Charlemagne.
familiar. I'm not familiar. So
he's cool.
I'm
going
to meet him tonight, and we're going to have a great conversation. I don't know how long it'll go for because he does a auction or something too. Well,
yeah, we'll probably just pop in for 10, 15 minutes, something like that.
Yeah.
Guys, if you're new to the channel, welcome to the Crucible. This is the Crucible. I'm Emil. We got Paulie.
You.
While he's busy there taking a puff.
Hey.
So if you're new, we got a giveaway going on. It's still running. It's going to run until we hit about 1,000-ish subscribers, followers, etc. What we're giving away, 5 ounces right here. This is a poured silver piece. It's poured into wood, which gives it these really cool, almost like dragon scale looking texture to it. We're going to make that real pretty, shine it up for you. And one person will be winning that. There's 3 ways to win. Paulie, do you remember the 3 ways?
I think I remember at least one of them. You got to go to our website, Crucible Live, www.cruciblelive.com, and sign up for the mailing list.
That's one.
What do we do? What are we going to do? Mail out you something to remind you to come watch the show. That's all we're going to do. You might get 2, maybe 3, tops 4 emails a month, but it's a way to get entered to win that 5-ounce silver pour. Next, number 2. We are on Instagram as well, and that is at the Crucible Podcast. You can sign up there, not sign up there. That's just hit the follow button, watch some of the reels, hit the like button on some of those, whatever you want to do. But at least hit that follow button. And number 3, Husky, what do we got?
We got YouTube. That is at the Crucible-Podcast. So
that's right here.
If you're watching this, you're probably either watching this on the Polybuck channel or the Silver Husky channel. We have an independent channel set up. It is at the Crucible-Podcast. That is going to be where we're going to eventually transition all of our shows. So they'll be coming off of our channel. So go check it out. Sign up. That's 3 ways to enter, 3 ways to possibly win.
Yes, that's 3 ways. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, Michigan math works. That was 3 ways.
Yeah, man. I got to say, Paulie, I'm envious of your memory. Like, you guys don't even know. I have a little sticky note here to tell me what I need to be talking about with these little, websites.
I remember important things.
He does.
Like
it's crazy.
Birth dates, email addresses, coin releases.
No, don't let him fool you, though. Paulie knows half the coins in my stack. If it's gone on my Instagram page,
I'm a creeper too.
He knows I have it, and it's
also
like
a creeper.
Mental notes. He's a creeper. It's so crazy, in a good way, like a good kind of creeper.
Yeah, but I'm a good creeper. What do you want? I'm a good creeper.
So, Paulie, tonight's show, man. Tonight's show, I got something for you, bro.
What do you got? Now we were kicking around all kinds of stuff, but hit me.
This one's gonna be good. So, you guys have seen Mythbusters before, similar to that, right? Similar to that. This is precious metals myths, right? This is precious metals and coins, numismatics, things like that. Myths about this whole industry, this arena, common misconceptions. And I'm going to say it right now. For a lot of you guys, this is going to be an unpopular opinion,
and
right?
Gals.
Guys and gals, this is going to be an unpopular opinion. The reason I say that is, you see, Paulie, tell me from your experience, what percentage of the precious metals, bullions channels are all about hyping it up, silver to the moon, blow smoke up your ass, kind of?
There's quite a few. I really couldn't put a percentage on of it, because realistically, I don't pay attention to them anymore. I guess
I don't even follow.
I just don't. No, right, exactly. So the ones that come up in my feed are people kind of like where I started off. They're showing their collection, they're showing their journey, because that's what it's about, and that's what their channel is about. And you do eventually, over time, you evolve into trying to help others and talk more. What's the word I'm looking for? It doesn't really matter, but talk more about not so much the market, but what precious metals mean in general, and maybe share where you're buying yours and help others buy them for the best price possibly they could get. And it just continues to evolve from there for me. And it led into all kinds of different doors being opened, which is great. But as far as the hype up stuff, I see how people they eat it up, man. They eat
Of
it up,
course.
whether
That's fear
it's
mongering, right? And
yeah,
I think human nature, you have a kind of like a draw towards fear, and it makes you want to do things in
fear
almost
sells.
impulsively. Yeah, it does sell. So that
Fear sells.
impulsive action is what draws you in to watch the next video, and then the next one, and then next thing
That's
you
just
know,
it.
you're
And a sale on YouTube is a click. Every time you get that
yep.
click, that's a sale. That's a
Oh
sale.
yeah.
That's a sale.
Oh yeah. So these are going to be some potentially unpopular opinions, but here we go. Paulie, number one,
Yes.
all old coins are valuable.
All old coins are valuable. No, no, that's definitely a myth. Now, people will be brought up thinking they have something valuable because their grandfather or their great grandfather told them it was valuable, and it might have been sentimental, but that doesn't mean it was valuable by any means.
Right on. And I think that that's where a lot of people get messed up. They watch these again, going back to unpopular opinion, like
Sure.
what is it, Couch Collectibles or something like that, Couch Coin Collect. I don't know. And it's not to
I've heard
call
it.
anybody out. It's just saying that
No, right.
there's these
And I've heard it.
these TikToks, these channels that talk about if you have this, 1870
Yes.
something penny, it could be
Yes.
worth $500,000. And yes, in pristine condition with some double die error, maybe. But I used to go to this coin dealer all the time, and he used to like be so pissed
Pump you up.
off. He used to be so pissed off when
Oh,
people would come into the shop and
yeah, yeah.
they would try to sell him this stupid penny or this nickel or something, and
Yeah.
they'd be like, "Hey, yeah, it's worth $500,000." He'd be like,
Well,
"I'll give you a
so-and-so
nickel
said
for it."
that.
Yeah, yeah. Well, this channel
Yeah.
said, "Well," he would say, "Well, sell it to them."
Yeah, right. Call them
I'm,
up, sell it to them.
I'm not buying that. It's like so. But to be fair, a coin is going to be worth whatever someone's willing to pay for it, right?
Exactly. Any
So
coin,
there
anywhere,
may be
anytime.
some collector, and this is like speaking to the purists, right? The folks that are like, oh, if it ain't numismatic, it's only worth spot, right?
Yeah.
I don't agree
Yeah.
with that either, because there is a collector's market for certain things. So you may have somebody who's after, this special kind of double die penny or nickel or something, and they are willing to pay an exorbitant amount of money for it, but most people might not
Because
be.
they need it. They need to finish that collection. That's the one on their bucket list, which is totally cool. I'm glad
Right.
people have that. That there's something for everybody. There is. May not be for you.
Now, you ever get people in your comments? This goes to number two. People in your comments that they see your coin, maybe it's a gold coin or something, and they'd say something like, "Oh, I'd never pay a premium for that. It's just gold, right? All
All
gold
the
is the
time.
same." Yeah.
All the time.
What are your thoughts on that?
Well, I just did one. It's cool because the thing is this is why I leave the comment section open. There's a lot of even big time YouTubers, and I call them big time YouTubers because they're 50,000 plus in the stacking community of subscribers, and they'll close out their comments for whatever reason. But I love to leave mine open just for reasons of that, so that I can strike a conversation with that person. So I did a video on Germanium Mints doing this Goddesses bar series, right? And the person had to explain to me on the reasons why it is the stupidest thing they've ever seen. Why would someone spend their money on that? Why would someone spend the money to put art like that on a bar? How could you even call this art? And just that's their opinion. And I was like, cool, man. I appreciate it. It's not for you. I get it, but I still appreciate you dropping the comment because that's what it's there for.
Right.
I honestly, I have not had one that I had to delete because it was just that bad.
It's good.
So I like to keep them open, but yeah, all the time. But that was just the most recent one that I can think of.
Yeah, I mean, with any coin, let's take gold for instance. You got gold coins. Some things that are going to change, like saying all gold is the same, right? What about its purity? Some of them are 4 nines, right? Some of them are 90%. You were just talking about a 90% one, right?
Yes.
You could talk about rarity, low mintages. You could talk about the quality of the coin, whether it's all scuffed up or in mint grade. All these things, they make a difference on the value. So therefore, all gold is not the same. And of course, we're
not
probably
treated the same. Right.
No, it shouldn't be. And we're going to get comments on that. And that's
no,
fine.
right. But and you're talking about in the comments. Okay. So I don't know if you bought it. I bought it. These new series from SD Bullion is this Commander series, right? So I bought the 5-ounce silver and I bought the gold versions. They are in the comments. Why would I waste my money on that? Listen, I didn't waste any money. That was one of the cheapest gold coins I could buy at that time if you bought it at a certain time. Now,
Right.
that you're upset because you didn't get it at that certain time, and now the price has inflated to a collectible price, which you're not willing to pay. That's okay. Don't buy it. Buy the Eagle. You're not gonna do that collection now. That is fine. I just don't get how you could tell somebody not to buy that coin when it was a low premium, low mintage collectible coin. Who cares if you can't sell it for the price that they're asking for it now? You know what you paid for it, and you know what you can get for it because it's still a 1/10 ounce or 1 ounce pure gold coin. I don't get it. It doesn't matter if it's Napoleon or an Eagle or a Maple or a Krugerrand or whoever. It's what it is. A good price.
Case in point, you remember that Jurassic Park 1 ounce or Jurassic World 1 ounce gold coin that I had? I sent it off to grading. I bought that from Bold Precious Metals at 1995 when it first got released. And it was a mintage of 100. And now it's worth like 3,000. So,
sure.
I mean, if somebody wants to get on me about buying a stupid high premium coin, hey, I paid just over spot for it. I think it was like 60 over spot.
Those coins you can get if you're within the first half hour, 15 minutes, whatever it is, because that is, I mean, I tend not to buy stuff like that because it is very, very low. 100 coins is very, very low. Jurassic Park's a huge name, great subject matter, but 100 coins is still very low in my eyes. But for that price, tough and pure gold, right? It's not 3 nines. It's 4 nines pure gold.
That's Perth mint gold, man.
It's Perth mint gold. You can't beat that yellow stuff from over there. You can't.
That's the good stuff. All right, Paulie, next one. Silver coins are always a good investment.
Oh man, somebody would tell you yes. Somebody would tell you yes, they are. No, not necessarily, man. People got bills to pay, and make sure your bills are paid before you start investing into silver. It's a good investment, not all the time, but it's a good investment. I believe that.
Yeah.
What do you think?
You're right. So think of it this way. Let's say I have a credit card debt, $17,000 in credit card debt, and my, I don't know, APR, my interest rate is 28%. Like yeah, something stupid like that. My gold or my silver is not going to make me 32% year over year. But
no, you're going to want to dump what you got and get that debt. You're going to want to go see the coin guy and say, look, man, what can you give me? Because I got this credit card that's killing me. I keep buying stuff on it.
So if your holdings are not outperforming your debt and you're in debt, you might want to reconsider. So, I mean, that's
exactly.
just
and that's
case in point.
Listen, that's not a joke at anybody because somebody is in that situation. I guarantee it. It's okay. We've all been there. But no, silver is not always a great investment.
Yeah. And chances are, and again, this is just the nature of the beast, the way that the hype works. But the chances are you got sold into the fact that, the Fed's going to crash the dollar and, buy silver because everything's going to zero and then silver will go to the moon.
It's a hedge.
It's going to save you. Nah,
that's
get yourself out of debt and then worry about
there.
that.
That's the zinger one right there. It's a hedge.
All right, going on.
A hedge when it's 100% premium. You tell me what's a hedge.
A 200 to 300% premium, man. I bought some 1 ounce coins that are like, I'm talking like $250, $300. I've sold a 1 ounce coin that's like $800 or $900.
Well, there you go. Right.
So,
yeah.
All right. Precious metals are immune to economic fluctuations.
No.
Not even a little.
Not even a little. So that's like what you read me there is just someone making a statistic, or they're just saying something, right? This isn't some people believe, is it?
I mean, they do, because this is like if you compare the price of silver to the rate of inflation, then silver is outperforming the inflation. And I mean, maybe.
Okay.
But can you take your
show me again tomorrow?
Right. Can you take your 10 ounce bar of silver into the grocery store and buy yourself a gallon of milk with it? Probably
No,
not.
maybe somewhere,
Maybe
maybe flea
maybe
market.
there's
You trust the milk there.
right. Fresh milk.
Now I can tell you this much: if a guy showed up on your doorstep looking to buy some eggs, you'd take that 10-ounce bar.
Heck yeah, man. In a minute.
Yeah.
In a minute.
Yeah.
I've got a Sigma so I can test it.
So there is, certain things that do make sense.
Yes, but it's not across the board.
It's no. You're not going to flip a couple of these Eagles and pump your gas for $1 at a time. That ain't happening, because the gas station attendant, she don't know that they're worth about $30.
It's safe to assume that all coins are genuine.
Yes, that's correct.
Very safe, right? If it looks yellow, it's probably gold.
Yes, if it looks that, like this one, this is my sobriety one. This is pure gold. I mean, you can tell by just how it looks. It's
Lustery.
no, definitely find some. There's so many different ways out there to test. You've done videos. I've done videos. I love the pinger thing. People hate it. They don't realize that the wood is actually softer than the metal that you're tapping the coin with. So it's really doing no damage unless you're playing the drums with it.
Yep.
Selfless shout out to Sound Money Metals. We're actually working on something together, and that's all I'm going to say. But it is a great tool. It is a great tool. It's a great tool. That's what it is. But there's so many other. It's a cheap way to test your metals. You can go buy a Sigma analytic or Metal Linux machine. That's not always 100% correct. And you might know this if you read the direction books. I know you have one. But for those things to work accurately, there's multiple things you're supposed to do after or even before you set that coin on there with dimensions.
Supposed to QC it. Yep.
Well, I'm not even talking about just whatever this thing. There's different dimensions you're supposed to get on this coin to make sure that's right. There was another one. Some of them do give a weight. Some of them do give a weight of the coin, and then there's some that you can get the dimensions. You set it down and it's got all the circles and all that good stuff there. But there's so many other things, but you never see that. You never see somebody explain it that way. You see a video, somebody sliding a coin on it. Yep, that's real. Yep, that's real. And those things, they're not always 100% correct.
Right. Well, there's multiple ways to test. There's simple, like the pinger is a fairly simple test. Same with the magnet test. And again, these are just examples. They don't always work. But when you employ several of them, one of my favorites, difficult to do, but one of my favorites is the specific gravity test. Have you ever tried that one?
That's one I was going to say. I haven't. I've watched your video doing it.
Oh, no kidding.
But I haven't. Yeah, I've seen your video on it. I think Guido did one too. But no, I've never done it. I've never done it. Never tried to do it. Yeah, but it is it takes some time, but it's accurate. It's very, very accurate. Yep. It takes some math.
It does. Math is hard. All right, here's a good one.
We all need a little math.
I got a good one. All right. Cleaning coins will improve their value.
No, don't clean your coins unless it's a penny that you want to shine up or something, but not an expensive penny, not that expensive penny. No, a coin should stay. There's more value in that coin being dirty than there is you scraping it with a toothbrush.
Even if it's covered in muck, maybe like soak it in some soap water. Yeah, hot water.
Maybe run it under some water or something, but don't go scratching it and scrubbing it.
Not even with your thumb. Don't even do that.
No, and unless they're worthless, they mean nothing as far as that goes. If they're tokens of some sort, that you want to see what it says, but you can't make it out because it's already that far gone. That's one thing. You just never know what you have when it comes to coins.
Yeah, don't take it to a buffing wheel. I know, I can't even tell you how many people I've heard this, that they will shine up their old coins before taking them to a coin shop because they think they're going to get more money for them.
They're going to get more for them.
They're going to get spot. Like, it would have been worth a whole hell of a lot more, but now you're going to get spot because it's all
look at
sparkly.
The history on this thing. Yeah, look how shiny this is.
Yep. All right.
That's a good one.
Melt value equals a coin's value.
No, in some cases, that's, if it's beat up enough, like this, right? Like this one that got hit by the United States Postal Service. This really has no value other than its melt value at this point.
Right.
This is, what is this? The Lunar Tiger? Yeah. 2022 Lunar Tiger. This was probably a $35 coin, right? And now it's
Melt.
worth the weight of silver. So for instance, there are some.
Yep. And I'll agree. It is a good. So in your case, you're right. That coin is going to be worth melt. In many other cases,
possibly I may have to melt it myself. I walk into a coin shop with that. You think he's going to give me spot for this?
I think he would weigh it. I think he would give you spot based on
might.
weight. Yeah. I mean, if they
he might throw it in his junk bin just to send off to a smelter, right?
Exactly. I was gonna say, if they take sterling silver, whatever lamps.
No, you're right there. You're right there.
Stuff. Yeah, they'll take it.
Yeah, you're right there. They're not going to put it on a display case and try and sell it. I wouldn't think. Maybe it is filed down so nice for like scratching lottery tickets. Maybe that's
there you go. There you go. That's your new scratcher. And you can tell
That's
people the story that's why it's worn down, because I've scratched so many lotto tickets.
Quit giving me video.
Still haven't won yet.
They'll start calling me a liar.
So I agree with you, Paulie, but there is the other side of it. Just to be clear, there's the other side of it that many coins do carry a heavy premium. As we said earlier, I've sold a coin that's a 1 ounce silver coin. I've sold it for $800, $900 just because it's a collectible rare piece. Yes, it is 1 ounce of silver.
Yep.
Should it be worth more than a 1/4 ounce of gold? Maybe. I mean, it's, again, a coin is worth as much as somebody's willing to pay for it. If this is a rare piece, error.
What 1/4 ounce gold are we talking about? Because 1/4 ounce gold goes for $25,000 sometimes.
It can. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. All right. All coins will appreciate in value.
No, that's busted. Myth busted. I mean, just look at what are we talking? Are we talking the stuff we stack and collect? Or are we talking about the stuff that's losing its value every single day?
Them modern ones that come out a little bit a lot overpriced.
I wish I'd have looked it up. What about? I mean, how much is it costing us to mint a penny anymore?
Oh,
it's got to be costing us.
It's like
it's got to be
2.5
costing
cents.
us. Yeah, like what's the point?
That's why they fill them with zinc.
Yeah, I mean, right.
It's nuts.
No.
So yeah, you're talking about your usable circulated coins, right? But even these, high premium things, these collectible pieces that come out, and they in the immediate moment, they catch a bunch of hype and they spike up. You could have an ounce worth, $150, $200. 6 months later, everybody's already forgot about it. Nobody wants it. Yeah. You can't sell it for nearly as much. So I have a horribly awesome story. It's horrible on my end, but it's awesome for you guys to hear. I put some pieces on eBay. Guys, if you don't follow me on eBay, go follow my store. It's Camaro 4 or something like that. But I've been putting these pieces up, and I start off the auctions at $1 just to see what they end up as. So 2021 W proof American Silver Eagle and S American Silver Eagle. They're both proof from 2021. I think the purchase price was like $97. Both of them sold under 60 each. All right. And I had one other piece. It was the Simpsons Tree House of Horrors, right? That was a $90 coin, I think, when I purchased it, 89, something like that. Sold for about $56. So, hey, there's some deals to be had, but that's just goes to show that if it's after the fact and nobody's looking for it, price is going to go down.
And that's, I've talked about it a few times. Not that there's anything wrong with the U.S. Mint. I've said it. I talk about the U.S. Mint a lot. I don't believe the majority of their stuff is meant for flipping. And I keep talking about it. It's meant for collectors. And if you're talking about buying that stuff, that's the price somebody should be buying it at. And you lost some money on eBay, and somebody got a hell of a buy on it.
Oh yeah. And they probably will continue to, because I'm putting new coins up every week. So there's a lot of stuff up there.
I'll be watching.
Yeah, check it out. You might get some good deals. If I see Paulie Buck in Michigan.
Oh no. You ain't gonna no. You ain't gonna find me. I'm very, very well hidden on eBay. I come sneaking through.
All right. Well, if I see anything in Michigan, I'm just gonna send it with a little chicken turd. All right, I got a last one for you, Paulie. Last one, and we'll wrap this day up. Precious metals. You should invest in precious metals because they cannot be affected by legislation.
Oh yeah, yeah. No, and we've learned that the hard way well before my time of knowing anything about really anything. Go back to when they took us off the gold standard.
What did they do?
Yeah, they made the dollars we use today. Okay, we used to be able to take a dollar bill. Nobody trusted the paper, and still really don't trust it. There's so many out there. We spend it every day, but we used to, not we, I'm just saying we as a country, silver certificates. In exchange, we would take that in for a $1 silver coin.
Mm-hmm.
We don't have that anymore. We have paper that isn't backed. It's backed by a promise. That's backed by a promise of a government.
Right.
That's all that is.
Right.
And if you're like anybody else in the world, promises can be broken and will be broken. As much as we do not want to break a promise, they're going to be broken. And we can see that every single day in this country. It's a terrible, terrible thing. I'm no doomer. I'm no gloomer. I want to trust that our dollar's going to stay strong or be strong, and it's going to continue on like it has for my 40 years on this earth. Inflation sucks. We just have to live through it, man. So, yeah, no, like it's, yeah, go ahead.
I'm trying to find this. So does your state have a bullion tax?
No.
Interesting.
No bullion tax.
So North Carolina apparently has a bullion tax, which falls under the basic sales tax. So it is taxable. But I was looking at something. Let me see if there's
no sales tax, no bullion tax, no nothing here.
All right. I think I read somewhere that there was another, like a precious metals tax that's even higher.
For you.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. Something crazy like that. I don't know. But so that's just one example of, they can tax the daylights out of it. If they don't want you to use it, all they have to do is they just tax the crap out of it.
You're 100% right. Yeah, they can. They can. And it all depends on who's in control and how that state's going. You think a state that's taxing bullion right now and sees the money that's coming in is ever going to stop taxing it? No, they're going to tax it more. You don't think they watch those numbers? It's just like
cash cow. Yeah.
Dude, it's just like has nothing to do with it, but it's exactly. Yeah. Michigan is loaded with it, and so many of these small communities that I'm around here in the thumb denied it. We don't want nothing to do with it. And guess who's coming back and looking for some tax dollars? Oh, yeah. All these small communities are looking to get their hands on some of that pot money, and I've got nothing against it personally, right? It is what it is. It probably should be federal legalized as far as that goes. I don't do it. I used to do it quite a bit, but I don't do it. The thing is it's tax revenue. It's never going to go away. It's just once it's there, once they got their claws in you, that's what it is.
Yeah, man. All right. That's it. Those are the myths, guys.
If you
got other myths,
end on that such a downer.
That wasn't a downer. That was awesome.
That was actually a good.
If you at home have any thoughts, any myths that you've encountered that you think are bogus, throw them in the chat. Let's hear about them. We want to keep this conversation going. That's with anything. If you got any ideas for future shows you'd like to hear us talk about,
where can you leave those ideas? You can leave them where? Here in the comments.
Yeah, you can go on. Oh, hold on. I'm going to use my sticky note. Cruciblelive.com.
Cheater. Cruciblelive.com. Definitely leave some there. Don't forget about Instagram. Husky's DMs are always open at the Crucible podcast.
Oh, yeah.
On Instagram.
Even though Paulie's the one who checks them.
I'll be checking it. So it'll be me. If you send a message on Instagram, it's me. It's what it is.
Yeah, man. He's on there, man. He's so fast.
I'm not busy at all. I'm not busy at all.
I think there's 2 or 3 of you, dude. I don't know how you do it, man.
Okay, right quick. And this is just goes off of what you said, how fast I really am. Okay. Just this week, bullion exchanges, not affiliated with this channel, not affiliated with Silver Husky channel, not affiliated with the Crucible podcast channel
yet,
released a new coin yet. Please. Released a new coin I was on that website, screenshot that coin, had it uploaded onto Instagram, and had it removed from Instagram before Bullion Exchanges even knew that they had it on their website as a mistake.
It was a nice
That's
leak,
how fast
too.
that went. That's how fast that went. And Instagram, thank you. You did put my post back up. They didn't put the original post back up, but they put the shaded out version.
Yeah.
Apparently, a picture of a 45 caliber can really do some damage. Really do some damage to people.
So silly.
It's silver coin. It's a silver coin. Come on. All right, man. Great show.
Yeah, man.
All right. See you all next.